a strong man reason to put the spell on you. She turns me on. My mind is blown. There's just no stopping when the girl starts rocking. She moves her hips across the floor. I don't mind watching, but my heart starts rocking. I have to make a break for the door. She's got the body. She's got the body for me. She's got the body. She's got the body for me. She's got the body. She's got the body for me. She got the body. She's got the body, body, body. Girl got the body for me. All the help me try. She's got the body for me. She's got the body for me.
Hi, we're here at Rockwell's Jazz Lounge with Donnie Sterling, P-Funk All-Star, 1997 inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the infamous super funk group Parliament. I mean, that's a big deal, but that's not all. You are a writer, arranger, producer for Parliament, Kiddo, Parlet, and the Sterling Silver Starship Band, working with Ron Dunbar and the funk master himself, George Clinton. And you're a member of all these entities as well? That's a lot to digest. What an accomplishment. Tell us, how did you kick all of this off?
Ooh, that goes way back. That goes way back to Mallory Franklin, who was in Parlet. And got a call from George, said, we ready to funk. I was over in Japan. He said, come on to Detroit, let's funk it up. And, Bootsy got on my case, and Bernie got on my case, and they just cloned me. And
Hit
George
me, phone
really
family.
cloned me, so we all cloned. That's what we do.
More. Now come on. She turned me on and out all about. Say what? She turned me on and out all about. Now I want you to say it. She turned me on and out and all about. Say what? She turned me on and out and all about. Break it down for me one more time. We gonna tear the roof off the motherfucker tonight. Are you ready for the mothership to come down? We gonna be funkin' all night. Right now, give me a little bit more, Ron. All the way down, brother. We'd like to do a tune now. Maybe some of you heard it. We also had the pleasure of working with Mr. John Barnes, Michael Jackson's producer. And at that time we did a tune from the Action album called Telephone Fantasy. And see, Mark, I know you had a telephone fantasy, didn't you? I know you did. Did you have a telephone fantasy? You ain't never had one? You ain't never had one? You ain't never had one? You had one, huh, Arthur? Oh, yeah. You had one? Oh, yeah. You had one, Rock? Everybody had a telephone fantasy at one time or another. You know you did, you're just lying, that's all. But we gonna get into this. Written by Michael Jackson's producer, John Barnes. Written Telephone Fantasy. And it goes something like this. Just a little story about a girl I met. From the top of her head to the tip of her toes, she's what you call all the way bad. When she told me she just wanted me to be her friend, I decided to have something rather than nothing. Be something that most guys can't be, a friend. Talk to me on the beat. Look at here.
When I first approached you, straight enough to lay me on the line. What your heart was feeling wasn't quite enough to make you only mine. When I look at you, I see why everybody wants to freak you out. But since I'm not your man, let me hear the words of passion pouring out your mouth.
Listen, girl. Do it for a friend.
Let your wildest dreams thrill me till I scream with a talk to me, baby, talk me to ecstasy.
Now, tell me a little bit about the Funk Family series.
Funk Family Series is a nose.
He ain't funky. He ain't funky. He ain't funky.
No. Get out of here, nose. Get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the son of Sir Nose, Stone Tone the Clone. That was him. You got to watch out for him because he's devoid of funk. But to make a long story short, this is the conglomeration of the Brides, Parlet, Boosie's Rubber Band, Sterling Silver Starship, Kiddo, and the list goes on and on. Fred Wesley and the Horny Horns. And this is evolving. Funk is taking its toll, and it's going around to an unfunky world. And so George is like sending out the Starship again. And so we have to funkatize the galaxy once more.
There will be no second come. When the mothership comes, there will be no second come. Swing down, we take down, let me ride. Swing down, let me ride. Swing down, we take down. I wanna ride. Let me ride. Let me ride. We all know, do you want to ride? Let me ride. Do you want to ride? Let me ride. Let me ride. Come on. Build it up, come on, y'all. Come on. Help me sing, y'all. Swing down. Swing down, sing. Stop and let me ride. Swing down. Let me ride. Swing down. Sweet cherry, stop and let me ride.
Mr. Mark Payne.
Coming to your city, we're going to funk you up. 300,000 kilowatts of P-Funk style. Not only 300,000, but we making it 1 million this time around. Funk series getting ready to roll. Ho, we funk. Or deeper still, Starship Connection Funk Family Series.
That's awesome. Wow. Now, I see you guys were performing here tonight at a very intimate setting at Raquel's Jazz Lounge. That was off the chain. Are any of the guys performing with you here tonight from the George Clinton Parliament family?
Oh yeah, they go back to the Sterling Silver Starship Band, which was a descendant from the mothership years ago. So we reformed once again. As you know, Mike Hampton and myself started Kiddo. Oh yeah, he was a kiddo. You know, he wasn't kidding around. So we had to go back to the funk, and this is what we do.
For those of us who don't know, who is Kiddo? Who are the members? And how are they related to George Clinton's Funk Family and the Funk Family series?
Well, Kiddo was, like I say, started by me and Mike Hampton. It's Rock Leon Gooden, it's Arthur Brown, myself, and we did a couple shows here and there, but it was formed through that. And Kiddo was like produced by Dad's band's producers who produced Let It Whip at that time. Reggie Andrews, yeah, we were on that. And our best friend, we were signed at the same time. Janet Jackson, who's a good friend of mine. Everybody else, Jeffrey Osborne, all of us, Sting and the Police, we were all over there. So that's how we started. Well, basically, Dave Liebert, Tom Vickers, who was Michael Jackson's publishers, and also George's publishers, came over, brought us over to Herb Alpert and Jerry Moss. And also John Barnes, who produced the second album. Most of the cuts that you will hear on that album, if you check it out, were Michael Jackson's cuts.
Interesting. I didn't know you were so involved with Michael.
Oh, John Barnes was his producer. If you listen to it, Annie, Are You Okay, and all that type of stuff. Matter of fact, Michael was there at the studio.
That is amazing. That is so interesting.
What? Listen here. If you ain't gonna get it on, what? If you ain't gonna get it on, what? If you ain't gonna get it on, here we go, y'all. For the mother connection, we're here dreaming of you. And I'm ready to ride. Time is on our side. Get it right. Funky your connections. All you got to do is walk your bag.
What's the future projection as it relates to P-Funk? And who else from P-Funk is on board with this movement?
Well, right now, Ron Dunbar and George Clinton is kind of giving us their blessings. They're waiting for us, and we're going to collaborate on a new CD that will be coming out next year, hopefully, with the help. He don't like me to mention his name, Mr. Jacque. He had to keep it quiet, but Mr. Jacque, he's at the helm of this too, and you're going to hear more about Jacque. But we hope to have a CD. We're putting it together. We're getting the tours together and everything else. And so be looking for us because Starship is going to land.
All right, land in my neighborhood. So, it looks like you are on a mission to revitalize the funk and take it back to the prominence that it truly deserves. Now, for the million-dollar question, is there new music on the horizon, and when can we expect it to drop? You said next year, right?
Exactly, next year. Well, we're going to bring it back to the P, uncut, the bomb. We can't fake if you fake the funk, your nose got to grow. You just saw that. But we're going to take it back to where it was. It's an original uncut, the P, the bomb. You will get nothing but the P. That's what you got. Funkin' forever. We bringing it back. Old school.
I like that. He keeps it funky, y'all. Donnie Sterling. Well, Donnie, we wish you major success. And this is Kristen Irving for Celebrity Time Entertainment. Funk, get ready to roll.
And may the funk be with you. Christy is already funky. You funk on, baby.
Funk on, Donnie.
We're gonna turn this what?
We gon' turn this mother out.
What we gonna do?
We gon' turn this mother out.
What?
We gon' turn this mother out.
What?
We gon' turn this mother out.
We got a what?
We got a real type of thing going down, get down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. We got a real type of thing going down.
We want the what?
We want the funk. Gonna have that funk. We want the funk. We want the funk. We want the funk.
Huh?
Gonna turn this mother out.
What we gonna do?
We gonna turn this mother out. We gonna turn this mother out.
You got a real type of thing going on.
Got a whole lot of rhythm going round. Got a real type of thing going down, get down. There's a whole lot of rhythm
Help me
going
sing, y'all. We want the what?
We want the funk. Ow. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Say what? We want the funk. Gotta have that funk.
Huh.
We want the funk.
We're gonna break it down, fellas. And the
Funk,
mothership.
That's me, and the show was off the chain. I'm still blown away. My blood pressure is sky high. If you rode past this place and heard the sound coming out of this building, arena funk at its best. They're too big for this place. Look out for the P-Funk Family Series coming to you.
Or the Funk Family Series.
Here we go. Once we had a hit out call, simply Try My Lovin' by Kiddo, if you remember it. Goes something like this. I hope you remember this one. Here we go.
Let me try to love you. Let me satisfy a little. It's not enough to try. Give me just enough. It won't take much time. You can make or break me with your love. Like this day I met you. Won't you give me time? You better get what's in my mind. I will, if you will, please say something. I know what I can do. Won't you? Won't you? you try my loving? I won't let you go, 'cause I'm stuck like glue. You won't get away till I'm through. Let's not play no games if you feel the same. So let's get on down with no shame. Baby, it ain't easy. Baby, let yourself go. Sooner or later, you know I'm the one. Just you wait and see. Bring all your loving to me. Won't you try my loving? Won't you try my loving? Won't you try my loving? Won't you try my loving?
Y'all ready to sing this song with me? Bring me all the way down, Rob. Now you know the words to this song. We had the pleasure of doing it with Funkadelic. Now what I want you to say is something about the music. It got into my pants. Something about the music, somehow she makes me dance. You got that? Do you got it? Hey, break it down, Rock, break it down. I don't think that you.
Won't you try my loving? 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 Won't you? Won't you try my loving? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you?
And five program came from the galaxy, and a spaceship was formed, a starship, due to planetary action activity to an unfunky world. Nose, what are you doing here, Nose?
Shooting with the popcorn.
Hey, Nose. What is Nose doing here? Unfunky. Funkentality versus the placebo syndrome. The mothership connection is here.
The Funk Family Series.